And we'll start off with a little massage because everyone's knotted up here in their neck, in their shoulders, in their backs, mostly from computer, but stress and strain can do that to us. Previous accidents can twist us up as well. When the bones are out of place, that's called subluxation, and it leads to relentless decay in the spine. And I'm going to start lining up Marlis right now. Hit in the center when you can. And tell me, is this or this tender?
This one.
When bones are out of alignment, it creates pressure on the nervous system and interferes with the way the body works. It causes dis-ease and eventually disease. Doctors of chiropractic align the spine, and this is absolutely critical. This is the center of gravity. This is where it all begins. And I'm going to make some adjustments here on her lower back and to her muscles. But to stop the pain, it's important to get at the cause of the pain. And I'm moving her hips in and out. And her hips are somewhat limited. And I'm going to go ahead and make some adjustments to the hips. Make some adjustments to the muscles of the legs. And I'm going to check this hip as well and examine her legs and examine her knees too. Knees can go out of alignment, and when they do, it causes relentless decay. I'm going to do some tests on the knees. I'm going to push on the knees and twist her knees out. Her right knee is twisted out, and I'm using a handheld instrument that puts out an impulse of 40 hertz to gently realign the knee. It's also gone backward. She's had some ligamentous damage in the past, and I'm going to use the instrument to align her knees, and I'm checking the patellas right now. I'm checking her heels, I'm checking her hips, and that looks better. When the bones are properly aligned, people avoid degenerative changes in their spine. I'm going to examine her neck and head because she works hard, and she has lots of clients that she's helping with emotional problems and marital problems, and I hope that she'll tell us about that in just a few minutes. And I'm going to check her neck and make sure it's moving properly. And I'm going to work on her shoulders too, because let's face it, the computer and interfacing with small screens, smartphones, twists up the spine. I'm going to align her upper back. Most of us are hunched over. We've got our necks stretched out. We're all like this from working at the computer terminal. And doctors of chiropractic align the spine. We're using a special impulse device that makes it virtually painless to get adjusted. I'm using a different attachment for her mid-back region. Adjustments here help with blood pressure. Adjustments here, the immune system. Adjustments here, the stomach, and adjustments here, the adrenal glands, to help us deal with stress. Patients at my center realize that chiropractic is conservative. It's a conservative way to create balance in the body. That they should go the most conservative route first with their health. Chiropractic first because it's safe. Drugs second because, let's face it, all drugs have side effects. And surgery, that would be the last thing that anyone should consider because all surgery is dangerous. If you're suffering out there, if you're hurting, if you've been everywhere else, if you've tried everything else, we've got some work to do. If you're in the Denver, Colorado area, just mention this video for a free examination without obligation. I'm going to show you a shoulder adjustment. Many people suffer with shoulder problems. It's the most mobile joint in the body. Please take a step back, Marlis. And we're going to go ahead and adjust her clavicle right here. If you've ever busted your clavicle, it's one of the most frequently broken bones in the body. We're going to adjust where the muscles connect, adjust the bicipital tendon, and adjust the clavicle, and the scapula, where they join together and bring things together in the shoulder. And I'm going to work on the muscles, the deltoid in particular, and the bursa of the deltoid to help her. And I'm going to recommend a exercise routine like this, like you're stirring a big pot.
Okay.
How have you felt since getting care? What have you noticed since getting care?
Like I shared earlier, my knee pain does not hurt anymore. Anytime I come in and say, this part of my body hurts, this part of my body, he attends to it, and I'm sure my shoulder won't hurt tomorrow. But yeah, my headaches have gone away. My back is much looser than it was when I first started coming. So relief is what I've experienced, if I put it in short terms.
I want her to tell you about being a board certified music therapist and what the difference between board certification and other forms of music therapy might involve.
Yeah. So I, like Dr. V said, I'm a board certified music therapist. And the difference is I went to school for this. It's an undergrad, master's, and now PhD level of degrees. And then you do an internship for 1,000+ hours, and then you sit for a board certification test. So if people do not say that they are board certified in music therapy, that means they don't have a national, like a national organization backing them and checking to make sure they are practicing under their scope. So that's something that's really important to know. If you're hiring someone that's maybe a musician that wants to help others, that's amazing. We need music as much as we can, but they haven't had the specific training. So I work specifically in treatment centers for addiction and mental health, and there have been at times places where they say, we have music therapy, but they don't actually have a music therapist running it. So it's just something that's important. We really know the difference. Kind of like with a chiropractor, it's very different if he's cracking your back versus your partner just cracking your back, right? They know the harm that can come if they do something that's wrong. So that is the difference between a board certified music therapist versus someone that says, I'm a music therapist because I heal people and help them with music.
I want them to look for your website just below this image. And where can they contact you, or how would they get a hold of you?
Yes.
Is there a phone number that you could give them?
Yeah. So my website is called getintunemusictherapy.com. Bit of a mouthful, but getintunemusictherapy.com. And then our phone number is 714-269-4178. And you can call, that's my business line. And there you can email us from the website. You can contact us in all ways from the website. But we work mostly with people that want to use music to help identify what they're going through, express what they're going through, and possibly communicate with other people with what they're going through is our really main goal. So taking that connection you have to music that most of us use all the time, right? We throw in those headphones when we're having a rough day to pump ourselves up, to calm ourselves down. But how can we use that and take it a step further to actually, like I said, identify what's going on inside, or be able to like share it with my doctor, my husband, my wife, my kid, and instead of just doing that music piece by myself. So taking that love or connection you have for music and helping it to heal what's going on inside. And then also, you don't have to be a musician to use music therapy. That's the awesome part. We just get to use the connection that we have to it, and its healing properties help us to grow and change and learn. So that's what I offer. And if you like music, look at our website. If you struggle,
emotional problems,
yes,
right?
if you struggle with
Relationships,
anxiety, depression, relational problems,
even addiction, right?
yes,
Alrighty.
even addiction,
Wow.
check us out.
Alrighty. Hey, share if you care, like, comment, hit the red subscribe button, and I'll be back with something powerful and positive for you and yours. Thanks a lot, Marlis.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dr. V.